The letters under the oak tree. In the quiet town of Elmsworth, nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, lived a girl named Clara. She worked at the local library, her days filled with the scent of old pages and the rustle of turning books. Clara was gentle and thoughtful, with a quiet heart that loved stories more than anything, until she met Ethan. Ethan was a traveler, a photographer who had roamed the world, capturing moments through his lens. He arrived in Elmsworth on a summer evening, chasing the golden light that bathed the town's ancient oak tree. The tree stood in the middle of a forgotten field, just outside the library, and locals believed it held memories of every couple that had ever carved their names into its bark. Clara first saw Ethan kneeling by the tree, adjusting his camera, completely absorbed. She offered him a glass of lemonade. It was unbearably hot that day, and from that small gesture, a friendship grew. They started meeting often. Ethan would bring her stories from the places he'd seen: sunrises over the Sahara, monsoons in India, snowfall in Kyoto, and Clara would show him the stories hidden in books. They'd sit under the oak tree, trading tales, their laughter echoing through the quiet field. One day, Ethan gave her a small box. Inside were letters, each one written from the cities he had visited before coming to Elmsworth. In each letter, he described not just the place, but how, somehow, he had always imagined sharing those moments with someone like her. The final letter simply read, "And now I've found you." Clara was overwhelmed. Her world had always been between pages, but Ethan made her believe in chapters yet to be written. But the joy was short-lived. Ethan had to leave again. His job called him to South America for a year-long project. They promised to write. And they did, every week without fail. Each letter was a lifeline, filled with longing, dreams, and whispered hopes. Ethan would send her photos, often with tiny captions like "Wish you were here" or "This sunset missed your eyes." A year passed. When Ethan returned, it was winter. Snow dusted the branches of the oak tree, now bare but still standing strong. Clara was waiting beneath it, holding a letter, his last one. It said, "Meet me where the stories began." He walked across the snowy field, and when their eyes met, there were no words needed. Clara ran to him, and he lifted her into his arms. Under the ancient oak, Ethan pulled out a small velvet box, and said, "I've traveled the world, Clara, but my favorite place will always be wherever you are. Will you marry me?" Tears in her eyes, she nodded. The tree, the letters, the love, they all led to this moment. And so, a new story began, one they would write together, day by day, under the watchful branches of the tree that had always known.